blood spatter, video number 3, Ms. Silvestri's class. Okay, I have a setup here for data table E, which is page 165 for my students. Sorry, not 165, 185, right? 185. Data table E. We are changing the angle, and this is a little confusing for some people. The angle is measured from the vertical. Okay, so here's my tabletop. Here's my tabletop right down here. And I'm measuring the angle, not this one, not that one, okay, not that one, but from the vertical. So, where did I put that? I'm going to be taking a protractor. So I have a protractor, and when I go to measure the angle, I have to measure it from 90. So if the angle is 10 degrees, it's 10 degrees away from the 90. So I have to go to 80. When I'm at 20 degrees, I have to go down to 70. When I'm at 30, when I'm at 30, I go down to 60, 40 down to 50, etc. Because I'm measuring it from this. I'm going this way, okay? Not up from the bottom, going that way, down from the top. So I have a little setup here because normally you have at least 2 people to do this. So my setup entails the yardstick still attached to help prop up this board that's going to hold the paper at the different angles. That's still covered with blood spatter from before. Now I'm looking for my clip to clip it to the board. So I take a binder clip. Usually they use clipboard, but I like these long pieces of cardboard because it gives me a little more of a splatter zone. See how this works. Okay, so now I have my piece of paper up there onto the board, right? It's clipped up onto my little cardboard backing. And I'm going to arrange the angle so it's 10 degrees from vertical. So if this is my vertical straight up and down, I gotta move it 10 degrees that way. Right, so I'm gonna measure it by using the protractor. So if this is a little bit close, but not quite. It's a little more than 10. Oh, there's my clip that I was using, which is better than this other clip because it doesn't have as long as a stick out. A big clip sticks out so much, and then I've got to drop the drop. So again, I'm measuring. Here's my reference point. That's the 90 degrees straight up and down, and here's 80 right there. So we're going to go with that. It's like 78 and not 80, but that's okay. I'm going to do 30 centimeters above the top of the paper. All right, so the top of the paper is just below 50. So I'm going to go just below 80. And this is the hard part. And I'm going to have to get in front of the camera because I got to line up my wrist with the paper and be at the right height. Okay. So that is the 10 degree drop. I'm going to bring it over and show you. I'm going to write 10 degree on it. To be careful because I don't want to disturb it. So I'm going to show you first before I write. So that is what it looks like. See the long, long tail on it. So the drop hit here, and then it dribbled down, and it's starting to dry. Okay, so that is the 10 degree. This tail, if you draw a line through that tail and up, it points to the spot from which it came. And that's how they figure out how things splattered. Where was the original hit? And now I have to change this. This was 10. I'm going to see if I can just move it over a little without disturbing the drop. And then I'm going to adjust and make it a 20 degree. It's much easier when you have a partner because your partner can hold the cardboard and you just move your arm. So it goes much faster. So now I have to move this out a little. Oh, I'm not even close to 20 on that. That's going to be more than 20. Oh, no, it's not. There we go, we're at a 20 there. So again, I had to estimate my 30 up. I know you're probably, Miss Foster, you can't see. You're in the way. Yes, I know, I'm in the way. One drop again, only one. Sorry about that, mic fell. Now this is a 20. Doesn't have the same kind of tail. It's beating up there. It's got a little bit that dripped down. But see, that one really dripped. This one drips just a little. So that's a 20. I'm not going to mark it. Oh, there goes the drip because it finally all got down to the bottom. Notice how this is wider though. Okay. I'm going to move it over again. I'm going to try to do the 30. Now the problem is, as I try to adjust it, this will drip down more because I'm hitting the board as I'm moving it. Like I said, if you were the partner, this would go so much faster. That's 30. I'm like shooting up at the ceiling. Okay, so now I'm at 30. Okay, so that's what 30 looks like. Rounder, fatter drop on the wall, tail coming down. So really skinny at 10, slightly fatter at 20, even slightly fatter at 30. So could you predict what will happen when I move it to 40? Let's do 40. Okay, I may have to move my holder so it keeps this in place. That's what's helping to support it at these angles so it doesn't slide on me. That's 40. Wow, that was a good guess on my part. Okay, so I'm going to move it this way. I don't know if it'll stay up though. Oh, it's not gonna. Let's make sure that's 40. I have a feeling it's not gonna wanna. Yeah, it's close enough. It's 48. So we'll go with it. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually bring it out this way a little bit so I don't hit the 30 drop. So let's see. 70, bring it out. These two are 40. That was the 30 up there. So these are 40. I ended up squeezing it so that 2 drops came out. Okay, notice it doesn't drip as much. It holds at the bottom of that drop, and the drop's starting to get fatter. Okay, so that's the 40. Now I gotta do 50. And notice as I do greater angles, I'm getting closer and closer to being level with the table. And that's what's happening. Now I may have to readjust this again, guys, because of what I have going on with this. Probably 50 there. Let's see. It's 38 degrees from there, so that's going to be 52. We'll go with that. That's 52. Close enough. Close enough for government work. All right, so add 30 over here. So that's 50 degrees. This is our 50. Remember, this was 10. That was 20. That was 30. This was 40, now there's 50. And you can pause at any time to draw. Fatter drop, more just hanging on the bottom of the drop. All right, now I have to adjust. I'm going to have to adjust here. Gotta screw up my drops a little bit, but this has changed. So let's see where I'm at here. Nope, not quite. I'll go down a little more. There we go. That's 60. Uh, 46. So that is 60 degrees. Again, notice how they're getting more circular as I go down in or go higher in the from the 90, which means I'm getting closer to being flat with the tabletop. They're getting more circular. Starts off really long and skinny, gets even more fat, but still with a tail. This tail went merged into the 40, but it's fatter. Tail doesn't go down as far. 40, it clings in the bottom of the drop. 50, it's a wider drop, clinging in the bottom. 60, even wider, clinging in the bottom. And actually with these, you start to see a little bit of spines there where you don't on the small angles. Okay, I may have to adjust some more, guys, to get this down to the 20. Which is really the 70. Go down. Really gotta go down just a little bit. I'm gonna make it go down some more so I can do the 70 and then the 10, and then I'll have to readjust to figure it out. It's probably about right. Might have to go down a little. Yeah, that's 70. Awesome. I'm gonna do the 70 up here. This dropper likes to drop out 2 drops, and I squeeze it hard. Okay, so this drop right here is a 70. It's a full drop, 70. Okay. We have 80 and then flat with the table. This is the one I might have a hard time getting. We'll see. Yep, that's good. Believe it or not, that actually worked out pretty well. So I come out this way. That's 80. So that's what 80 looks like. And 90 will be flat with the table. And I have to just do a height of 30, just like we did before. Pull out this way. This is the full drop. I'll do it again because I didn't move it right. But that's what it looks like, nice and round. But I'm going to do another one. 30 right here. There we go. Remember, this is a new dropper bottle. It's different than the one I was using before. So the drops aren't as big out of this one as it was the other dropper bottle. Okay, but 30 is nice and round with spines. And again, as you get, more level, the rounder the drop, the more spines. As you tilt it, then you're going to have it drip down the wall. Okay, so those are the angled drop. Again, make sure you draw and describe.